The Spanish Front by George Orwell, from the book The Mammoth Book of True War Stories, and from Chapter 2 of his book Homage to Catalonia. This essay starts with the following paragraph. The Spanish Civil War of 1936 to 1939 between General Franco's nationalists and Spain's elected leftist Republican government fired political passions around the world. Although the Republic's army was poorly trained and equipped, its ranks were swelled by a number of anti-fascist volunteers from outside Iberia. Among these were the English writer George Orwell, who fought with the Republican militia on the Ebro front in northwestern Spain. Orwell went to volunteer for the Spanish Civil War to fight for democracy. He was sent to Alcubierre. He described his surroundings as the smell of excrement, the smell of decaying food, the squalid mud houses with no gardens, the vile weather, the narrow roads, the constant come and go of troops reduced the village to unspeakable filth. The first real fascist troops he saw were fascist deserters who were brought in under guard from the front line. These fascist troops were starving and didn't look much different from the anti-fascists. When Orwell and his Centuria got their rifles, they were struck by how old they were. Orwell said, "I got a shock of dismay when I saw the thing they gave me. It was a German Mauser, dated 1896, more than 40 years old. It was rusty, the bolt was stiff, the wooden barrel guard was split." The sergeant gave him 5 minutes instruction telling him how to load the rifle. As he approached the front, Orwell admitted he was frightened. He wasn't old enough to have been in World War I, but still concluded that war meant mud, lice, hunger, and cold. He dreaded the trenches more than the enemy. When he got to the front line, he said it was not a continuous line of trenches, but a chain of fortified posts known as positions, perched on each hilltop. Half of the soldiers were children, 16 years old at the most. Orwell said, "It seemed dreadful that the defenders of the Republic should be this mob of ragged children carrying worn-out rifles, which they did not know how to use." He mentioned that one of the young soldiers had fired his rifle and his scalp was blown off due to the fact that the bolt of his gun blew out. In conclusion, though not mentioned in this book, Orwell was shot through the neck and nearly killed. He eventually healed and lived to tell about it.